Ameta S20 Lite, showing you a flight, 1600 milliamp battery, 18 minutes of runtime. In on the joysticks to start, going up. We're on high speed, nice and slow, we could go up. It hovers, nice and comfortable. Rotate the drone around. The antenna is right here. A close-up shot to the camera. The drone could go out 520 feet and 128 feet plus in the air. The drone could do flips. A close-up shot at the flips. The drone could circle. And cancel with the joystick and go out and fly. The drone can auto land with adjustments to the joystick. All the instructions are in the phone as well as the paper manual. Auto takeoff. Simple, hit one switch, starts up, takes off, 5 feet of height. If the drone ever needs to crash for an emergency, hold the stop button for 3 seconds. The restart will be opposite ways. Lower left, upper right, resets. Then you're able to start the drone and fly. The drone can be flown app-driven. Shut your application down, open your Wi-Fi, Ameta S20 Lite, connect, close your settings and reopen up the Ameta application and follow the instructions. It shows you how to use the application and more. On the back of the controls, you have extra buttons for the camera, video, and the camera movement up and down. You could do waypoints and more. There's a lot more you can do with the app. One key takeoff, slide to confirm. The 4 dashes. Circle fly. Beginner's mode, maximum altitude, control, camera, and more you can do with the app to fly. You get a nice carrying case that the controller and drone can fit in. The drone, about the size of my large hand, folds away, nice and compact. Smaller than the large hand. It is an excellent beginner drone with commands: forward, back, left, right. counterclockwise. It is a drone that we're going to go over and show you the details of what it's about. This is the Ameta S20 Lite drone, model NER-ATS-20B. It weighs in at 128 grams flying under the FCC regulations. It is a drone that could be flown most places, not all. We've flown the drone close to the ground by the park, keeping in the flight's distance and range. The maximum height is 50 meters or 164 feet, and the distance is 200 meters, 654 feet. The drone has a line of sight that can be used via your application of your smartphones or the controller itself. It is a basic drone for outdoor flying. App-driven, you have hand gestures, waypoints, and more. Very simple and easy to use. I'm going to show you what the drone is about and how to set up. Everything is laid out on the table with 3 optional AAA batteries, 2 1600 milliamp batteries of 18 minutes per flight time smart battery, your drone foldable, 1 USB-C charging cable, 8 propellers, 4 of A, 1 or 2, B, 1 or 2, and additional blue Loctite set screws and a precision Phillips screwdriver with a quick guide and a manual to go over. Everything comes stored in a nice soft hard shell case with the handle single zipper. Charging is 5 volts, 2 amps. Plug in your unit by finding the USB-C port. Lights up red and turns green when completed. 2 full hours to charge. We have the drone. To place in the battery is simply lining up, sliding in, and snapping shut. Going over the drone, we have long landing legs that open up first. Then the short ones with no landing gear opens up second. To fold down the drone, it's the opposite way, and closing. The drone is the size of a large hand. When open up, that is the size of the drone. To change out a propeller, on the arms are A and B. This is B, located right over here. With the B propeller, they're marked B1 or B2. With the screwdriver, you take number B, unscrew, remove. There are 2 holes. The inner hole, place back on your B propeller. That's how you would change your propellers out. If a screw needs to be replaced, you have additional screws for each of the propellers with Loctite. Going over the drone, this is the head of the drone with the 4K camera. Please remember to peel the film off of the camera's lens. 2 blue LEDs, an LED on top, and an LED in the back. Brushless motors with optical flow state, and you have an option for an SDXC card up to 128 gig for 4K. We have a controller, extended arms for larger hands. They fold into the drone's controllers and out of the drone's controllers. 3 AAA batteries, not included, optional. Camera snap, video snap, camera movement 90 degrees up and down. The on and off switch located behind the phone cradle that opens up to a large phone. Turning on are 2 LED indicators, a high and a low speed. You have your counterclockwise, clockwise, ascend and descend, a full stop in midair, shut off for emergency landing. The auto takeoff and auto land 5 feet. Your circle and your flip. When hitting the flip, choose the direction you go. Forward for a forward flip, back for a back flip. Forward, back, left, right. Setting up your drone for flying is as simple as placing in the battery with the clip facing down and firmly pressing in and snapping in. With the drone on the table, press the on button for 3 seconds. You get a startup tune. Press on the controller. 3 seconds, you get blinking lights, a beep, lights stop flashing, you're paired. All this information can be found on the paper manual as well as the online application manual. Open up the Ameta drone app, instructions, user manual, and all the information that we go over is provided here. Your flight safety, maintenance, and more. On the drone, underneath is a flow state light, and you notice when the drone tilts, it senses a crash. The drone does not have any trimming. The drone has a reset, and the drone can be easily turned on by releasing the motors by going in on both joysticks for a number of seconds and in again to shut off, or out on the joysticks or out to shut off. Certain drones would go diagonally to one side for calibration and so forth. This drone, if you crash, that you start the drone, you hit the stop for a number of seconds, it beeps and shuts off, you get a crash. In order to reset the drone, you go up on one and diagonal on the other, and the drone would reset with the beep. We're going to be installing the Ameta drone app by downloading, opening up the application. We'd like to access our smartphone's camera and full access of our photo. Close down the application, open up your settings, open up your Wi-Fi, turn on the drone, 3 seconds, and turn on the transmitter, 3-second hold, automatic connection within a number of seconds. In your networks, you're going to see Ameta drone. Ameta S20 Lite 1AA, click, open up. When checked, close the application, reopen up Ameta drone. Ameta drone will like to connect to your network and allow. Please have your network locations on. Connection. It opens up to the page of showing you how the application works via the smartphone. Take photo, video, photo album, the speed, the gesture, a headless mode, control, remote control, settings, one-click takeoff, drone single, remote single, battery level, voice control, TF card. On the drone, we have a TF card inserted. You notice on the drone, when I lift up, it shows that it's crashing and level. The drone lacks significant storage space, telling you that the card was removed. Hit the back button, and you're able to go and look at instructions, user manual. Everything that I'm mentioning that's in the booklet is here. Hit the start. We have the drone. As you can see, it's showing video, live feed of the box. To take off, hit the takeoff. Make sure everything is cleared. Swipe, and the drone will go 5 feet up in the air by itself. If the drone crashes, it shuts off. In order to start the drone up correctly and go again, you have to go the opposite ways, like so. the drone beeps and resets. We're going to demonstrate indoor and outdoor flying. We're going to start our drone by going to the opposite ends, in or out. Hold it for a number of seconds and manual takeoff. The drone has a flow state on the bottom, so it senses. We're going to go forward some. And the drone is drifting back a little. It holds its ground. We're able to counter rotate, clockward rotate. Forward, slow, left, right, and if the drone crashes, it shuts off. If the drone is lost in the distance, it has a beeping system. In order to activate the Find Me drone, the takeoff and the stopper button, hold them. You'll hear the startup tone until you find the drone. You will not hear the transmitter. To stop it, hit the on and off button of the drone, and the drone will stop making its noise. You have found your drone. Opening up the three dashes on the upper right side, you could go from beginner's mode and out and fly your distance. You could set the altitude height you want. And you have here is in the control, your units remote control to change mode 1, mode 2. So left hand up and down will be right hand up and down. You have a video resolution of up to 2K 30 frames per second, photo resolution of 4K, and FPV resolution of 720p. And you could do a couple other things in here. In this unit, you can calibrate your unit if you ever crash by simply going to the gyroscope and calibrating. How to calibrate is to simply follow the instructions. You're going to place the drone on a flat table, and it's going to be calibrating. You have your records, the distance you've flown and how many minutes of the drone, and the about. We've gone over just about everything of the drone. We're going to show you the camera going up and down, and that's what the drone is about. On the drone, you have some antennas. One of the antennas is located over here on the bottom, and the other is inside the drone. When you finish flying the drone, simply turn off the top, turn off your transmitter, press the button and remove the battery, and recharge. The Ameta S20 Lite drone, foldable, lightweight, portable, easy to fly, a beginner's drone of all ages. If you're looking for the Ameta S20 Lite, this drone may be something that you are looking for in your toy grade needs. Thank you for viewing. It's a forgiving drone, very easy to fly, as you can see, making nice small circles. Nice and slow. We're on high speed.